Dallas Cowboys, and the score is the Lions 20, the Cowboys 9. Bob Stern, Donovan Lewis here. Bob, what did you think about that first half?
Not great. A lot of mistakes, a lot of self-inflicted errors, and then the Lions have put together a really good game plan on both sides of the ball. And let's see, would you force a single punt? No, 2 punts, but 4 scoring drives for the Lions and no touchdowns for the Cowboys and a giveaway at midfield. So not good enough. Not good enough at all.
No, not the best half for Jake Ferguson with the fumble that led to a Lions touchdown, and then the penalty with the hands to the face to Aiden Hutchinson that offset with a pass interference that would have given the Cowboys a 1st and goal. But the Cowboys are definitely going to have to finish these drives, man. They can't settle it. But the one thing about it, it's not like they're settling for 20-something yard field goals or 30-something yard field goals. They're just bogging down at times with some untimely penalties, and they can't get it together when they need to drive the ball down the field.
Yeah, and these last couple drives in particular, you get down into the red zone, and Dak's quarterback sneak gives you a 1st and 10 at the 14. You miss Flournoy in the end zone, nothing really there, but then the blown up screen, and then the sack where Nate Thomas got beat on the spin, and it looked like Dak was shaken up. So that was early in the second.
Right.
Cowboys put together a great drive, but then it stalled in the red zone. Okay, but then you come back around the 2-minute warning, play action to Lamb, big gainer. Then you have the deep shot to Pickens that looks like 1st and goal at like the 2 or 3, but as you mentioned, the Ferguson penalty offset that. Then the deep shot to Lamb where Dak throws it out of bounds. Then the Pickens face mask. I mean, it's just just self-inflicted. And so 2 really good drives, and if you get a touchdown on either one of them, this feels totally different. And then to me, that 4th and 4 decision is not great.
Yeah, that's where I was going next. You were definitely in disagreement of Schottenheimer taking the field goal there.
Well, obviously I'm probably a little bit upset about the face mask putting me in 2nd and 25. And so you get 10 back with Lamb on the slant and then 12 from Ferg. So it's 4th and 3, 4th and 4, about the 35 or 36. And you got 50 seconds to go in the half. And so my rationale is I do need a touchdown, but I also need to run down the clock and not give the Lions a chance to go back and get their own points, because that's got to be part of your decision-making. And I just think to beat Dan Campbell in a game where the Lions are just as desperate as you've got to be willing to gamble a little bit, roll the bones out. And I just feel like Shoddy did what he did in Denver, which is not really read the room.
Or at least a little gamesmanship. If you feel like you need to go for it to get the points there, line up like you're going for it, let the time go, call a timeout, and then run your kicker out. Detroit didn't call a timeout until they ran their kicker out, which left a ton of time on the clock for them to go down and get a field goal to match what you did. So if you felt like you needed to go get the points, that's fine. But, do what you've done so many other times before. Run up to the line of scrimmage like you're going to run a play and let the time go down and then use the timeout. So, yeah, I think he was a big miss there. I know, and I'm probably a little bit even as far as going for the points right there. You're going to need some points. You got to score, but you need some points. But, man, use that time so Detroit can't go back down there and get some.
Yeah, as you said, the field goal isn't a bad decision if it's 17-9 at the half. But, But if you're just going to give them the field goal right back in the other direction, like what are we doing? Yeah. And so, look, the Cowboys' offensive game plan is not going horribly. It's clear that Lamb and Pickens can do whatever they want, and even Ferguson. It's clear your passing game is okay, and it's your protection's holding up okay. But of course, the Lions are bringing numbers. The defense is the issue.
Yes, it is.
The defense has seemingly – well, first of all, the Lions are just like everybody else. We didn't think they would be, but the Lions are just opting out of the running game pretty much.
Right.
And now, of course, the Montgomery touchdown will tell you otherwise, and Gibbs hit one for 19. So they've only run it 6 times, but they've run it for 62 yards, so 10 a carry sucks. But for the most part, they're saying, okay, well, we're going to pass and we're going to attack your linebackers. And that's exactly what they've done. And the Kenneth Murray season of complete and utter nonsense where we run a football experiment, Donovan, and it's called "How bad do you have to play for how long before they pull your rear end off the field?"
Yeah, if you want a good laugh, look at Kenneth Murray on that Montgomery touchdown run. He runs away from where Montgomery's running and then runs right to a guy that says, "Hey, block me." It's like a kid when they want you to pick him up. He just ran over there and put his hands up so he can block him and run him out of the play. And Montgomery goes and breaks tackles for the touchdown.
But the issue, Donnie, is we're in week 14.
Yep.
And I could make you a reel, and I might over the weekend because it's a Thursday game. I could make you a reel of 24 plays from Kenneth Murray that are very similar. The Denver game was littered with them. The Carolina game, it's for some reason the road games, he's extra bad. And they play him more than any linebacker on their roster. And I know sometimes you say, well, we don't have a better choice, and we promised him a job, and it's $7.5 million. But, man, if you want your team to take you seriously, it's got to be a meritocracy. You've got to, reward guys for playing well and punish guys for playing poorly. And I'm not saying you have to cut him. I am saying you got to get him off the field, especially if you traded for a linebacker who you thought was assignment sound.
Hide his helmet.
I got Logan Wilson, certainly not fast enough. I need to draft a linebacker.
Right.
There's no doubt. I need C.J. Allen from Georgia. I need one of the Ohio State guys, the Reese or Sonny Styles. But for now, I've got to have a battle for linebacker because, of course, Detroit's going to be attacking my weak spots, and you're getting attacked, and we're not doing anything about it.
More hot sports opinions like that on the postgame show tonight. It's Matt, it's Donovan, it's Bob. We will be here right when the clock hits 0. The Cowboys have some work to do. 20-9. We will talk to you on the postgame show on the ticket. Thank you.